Welcome to second edition of World Cashew Convention. I'm Chandana Shiv and I'm from cashewinfo.com. Today with me I have Mr. Jack Walter, who is from Technoserve, the country director of Mozambique. Welcome to WCC, sir.
Thank you.
What are the different programs done with Technoserve in the country of Mozambique, and how is it impacting the people of Africa in terms of Mozambique?
Sure. Our cashew program in Mozambique has two sides to it. One is on the marketing side, and the other, well, processing and marketing, and then the other one is on production, the cashew trees. It's really introducing innovations on both sides. On the marketing side, we realize that consumers want to know more about their product, where it's coming from, what they're eating,
right.
and also the retailers that sell to them. So the market is asking for traceability, so that they can control food safety, have a better sense of food safety, and then also to know where is it coming from. You know, who are the people that are producing it? How are the workers treated in the factories? All those kinds of things. So that's the side of the project where we're working with primarily processors to link them directly to specific buyers where they have a relationship they develop over time, and that kind of information gets transmitted,
yes.
Right? And then the second one on the production side, there's been innovations in the seedlings having to do with what they call germylings and also bokashi that really reduces the weight of the seedling and the cost of the seedling and also the performance of seedlings. And so we're introducing that technology to private nurseries around Mozambique and getting it to the producers. And our group in this project, it's funded by the United States Department of Agriculture. The group is about 20,000 families in Mozambique producing cashews in the big cashew triangle, which is the north, Cabo Delgado, Nampula province, and Zambezia province. So it's really those two sides. That's what we're doing. It's a 3-year project. And after that, we're looking at opportunities probably to integrate with mango production. We think that there's opportunities growing because Mozambique is now developing an export fruit industry, and smallholders can also grow mangoes in many of these areas where they're now growing cashews. So that's a future stage.
And how do you think that is the ACA Quality and Sustainability seal being successful? Just like it's basically made for the European and the American markets.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with it. Our cashew team, Shakti and also Daria Gage in Mozambique would know better, and Rui Matos, who works with our team there. So I'm not too familiar the extent to which any of the processors in Mozambique are using the seal. But certainly all of the efforts to create standards and improve that improve quality are really important for the cashew industry globally. So again, I'm not sure specifically about that, but there's definitely interest. I do think, well, I know, well, go ahead.
How do you bring a balance? How do you strike a balance? Like you have one side the buyer's requirement,
yes.
Other side you have the processor's constraints.
Right.
So how do you bring in the balance?
Well, I think that the buyers need to be demanding, in my opinion, because that's the only way that the processors will respond. I don't see a lot of proactivity on the part of processors. For instance, in Mozambique, we have worked on HACCP certification for a long time, but in the end, very few have adopted it. They've set up the systems, but often at the end, there's some kind of an investment that's required. And the buyer isn't saying strongly enough, in my opinion, that we want that. In a sense, they're reaching a balance, but to me, it's a balance where the product isn't as good and as safe as it could be. And I'd rather see a little more on the side of the buyer to actually pay a premium or to reject, more or more sources, and say, no, we're going to choose that source instead of this source. If the signal were coming stronger from the market, then I think that we would find the balance that I think is right for today's market.
Okay. What are you looking forward in WCC this year?
Of course. Oh, I love it. I'm enjoying it. This is a marvelous experience, and from the very beginning, even when I got here, I started hearing conversations in the restaurant between people, from the cashew industry, and it was great to hear, and it's just continued since then.
Thank you so much, sir. It was great having you.